2, 3, let's go.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Vertex podcast, episode 3, with our guest today, Jdawg, the owner and founder of Team Exotiic. Quickly, before we start the episode, I just want to address we did miss an episode this past week, and that was a result of our guest canceling because he had to go on vacation. He forgot about it, so we'll have him on in weeks to come. But for now, we got Jdawg in today's episode. And yeah, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hello everybody. I'm Jdawg, like Brinx said before. I'm the owner and founder of Exotiic. And today, yeah, I guess you guys are just gonna be asking me some questions about everything, and we'll just go from there.
So, we started a Q&A segment on our Twitter. If you guys aren't following Twitter, it'll be linked below. Now let me pull up the tweet real quick where we asked our followers some questions they'd like to ask Jdawg. So, let's see.
Wait, did we? I didn't. Okay, never mind. I didn't know anything about that.
Yeah, we started to do this Q&A
No, you
segment.
carry on, but just ignore me.
Okay.
Wait, I didn't know we put a tweet out.
We meant to do this segment in Nat's episode, but we forgot. Sorry if you're watching this, Nat, but we're going to do this at the beginning of every episode now. So let me see. We got a couple questions, but we're only going to pick a few of them. So I like this one. If Exotiic had to have a different name, what would you name it?
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh,
On the spot now.
okay. Well, I think like when we were going through names and stuff, there was just so many things we had. I think for literally a day, we were named Team Toxic, and it was the dumbest name we could have possibly thought of. But the day after, we thought of Exotiic. But if I had to think of one other name, I don't know, a good name.
I guess.
I guess Team Toxic on top.
Glad you picked Exotiic. It sounds much friendlier.
Much
than
better.
Team Toxic.
Friendlier. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I actually have no idea. I've never really thought of other names that possibly could have went with.
So what made you come up with Exotiic?
Honestly, so I mean, Exotiic and Toxic kind of sounded the same, so maybe that's why we like transitioned from that to that. But I don't know, Exotiic, like the definition of Exotiic is kind of like, you know, from another like part of the world or different, unique. And honestly, we like the look of it, how it sounded. Obviously the abbreviation EX, it just looked really clean as well. And yeah, we just thought it looked really clean. We liked the meaning behind it, so we decided to go with it. And then we just added 2 eyes onto it because honestly, we just thought it would be a bit different, you know?
Yeah.
That's exactly how Marty and I came up with the name of this podcast, because the definition of Vertex is like the highest point in time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Highest podcast. One day it's going to happen.
If we don't cancel episodes, if guests don't cancel last minute, you know who you are. Just saying.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, it's not his fault.
Nah, we're chilling.
Straight on the podcast.
Nah, we're chilling.
Okay, let's see. 1 or 2 more questions. Look, I just self-promoted his creator code on it.
No way. Say his code. Go on. Say his code.
Say his code? No, I'm not going to say his code.
Wow.
He says, if you're not going to use code blank, what code could you possibly be using? Jdawg, would you like to promote a code?
Do you guys have any creator codes?
Yo, just promote your own, man.
We do. Does Team Exotiic have a code?
Code WeExotic in the Fortnite item shop.
Ah, yes, WeExotic.
Yes, sir.
2 eyes. Don't forget
2 eyes, by the way, everybody. Most important part. So
one of the questions is something that we'll get into later in the podcast, but you can answer it very briefly now if you'd like.
Mm-hmm.
Tension says, I forgot what happened to all the players a couple months ago when they all left except Sackboy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember why that happened. Can you remind me? So I'm going to just answer it very briefly right now. Or we
Main things, just like very broad. There was management issues going around. Me and someone else didn't have the best relation, and that other someone had a very big influence on everyone else on the team, and obviously with us not having good connections with each other, I'd say, or our ideas weren't like falling into place. We didn't have the same plans. Then everybody decided to go with the other someone that we could talk about later in the podcast. And then Sackboy stuck with me because I mean, Sackwa. I'm pretty sure he stuck with me because he thought that like the plans I had were more to the side of what he was looking for in his growth. So
Yeah, with content.
more content based,
content
for
based.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
I think it's tough to find people that want to do content now. There are people out there, but most people just want to do creative and just make montages now. It's just tough, you know.
It's
Yeah,
really
for
fine
sure.
to find people that want to do content that make actual good content. 'Cause there's a lot of people that try, but
Okay,
they just can't get
that's
it just
harsh.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. It's content's more difficult to do than creative
No, it's
warriors
true. It's
kind
true.
of
It's
stuff.
true.
Yeah, 100%. Because there's the personality that goes into it. Obviously, you got to be different. You got to be unique. You have to get people that want to watch you because it's you. And there's just a lot more that goes into it than just
Personality,
being good
isn't
at
it?
the game, you know?
You've got to have the right personality for the content. So, and I think it's harder to be a content creator. Like, it's not impossible, but it's harder if you don't have a webcam. Like if you got a webcam, people feel more engaged with you because they're getting to know you more on a personal level. I feel so.
Yeah.
If anyone wanting to know, that's the secret.
Oh yeah, webcams help a ton as well. I haven't done it yet, but once I fix up my
I think-
room, you know.
You're doing the right thing. I
coming
think hand cam is a great way to start off. I've seen a few people do that. That's a great way to start off. Like, or you know, Origin, don't you? He's just got a hand cam. Like, I think that's a good way to progress into face cam. So
Yeah.
And then I think the last question that we'll pick from the tweet, which we can just, I'll say it now just so they don't think we're going to ignore it. It says, why did you start Exotiic? But before we get into that, I think we can, so we get a couple points that we want to talk about, like how you got into gaming, how you decided to start Exotiic, and obviously the reset of it. But I think we should start with like how you got into gaming. We'll start in sequential order.
Okay. So we could honestly go like way back to when I was like a little kid, you know, with my like Nintendo 3DS. Obviously I just had like
Those are the days.
Yeah. Like I just played it for fun, you know. Really enjoyed like these little games. I don't know, just like let me name a few games. Stuff like Pokemon, Star Wars, just any games from back then, you know, that a bunch of kids enjoyed. It would just be me with like my little Nintendo 3DS, and that started off, I'd say, when I was maybe like 9 to 10 years old, something like that. And then obviously the next thing I got was a Wii, and that was like really fun to use like with the family and stuff. It was really interactive. But I'd say the first time I got a game and I was really involved with like the gaming community would be actually Fortnite, because the first time I got like Xbox Live was when I got an Xbox, and that was, I'd say, season 2 or 3 of Fortnite. Xbox One was when I first like actually had the Xbox Gold, so I could actually play with people. The first game I got on it was Fortnite. And then obviously Fortnite, with like the huge boom of it and all these people making videos online, it kind of got me interested. And even before Fortnite, I've always like been interested in YouTube and making content, whether it be gaming or something else. But obviously with Fortnite being as huge as it was and me just enjoying it so much, I think that's where it really clicked, that I started taking it seriously. And I just started off on Instagram, and I started off as a Fortnite news page.
I did too. I started as a Call of Duty news page.
oh my god,
Nice. Yeah. And it went from a Fortnite news page to me just starting to post my own clips. And then eventually, as I met people in the community, I met some people that were interested in obviously starting a team, and then then we can just get into like how I started Exotiic later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it all like started. And yeah, where it got me till when I wanted to actually start Exotiic.
Yeah, that's cool. A lot of people have that similar story where when they got their first Xbox, that's when it all kicked off, basically.
mine kicked off and I got the Sega Mega Drive too. Not gonna lie.
Like a boomer.
Okay, buddy. Jeez.
I had a Sega Genesis too, but that was my dad's. It wasn't mine.
Wow. How old is your dad? Is he my age?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I think we went to the bar once. Back in '76. It was good. It was a good day. Good night.
Well, what games did you play on the Sega Genesis? I played Sonic the Hedgehog.
Just basically Sonic, and there's like some random like Formula One game I used to play. Columns, you guys know. Let's get off the subject before I get called boomer, bro. Get off the subject, man.
So should we just go straight into like how that led into Exotic?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Why you started it exactly?
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure I started off with someone named Gajin. And he was just someone else on Instagram. Obviously, I was only using Instagram at the time. And he was just, I think, doing his own thing as well, posting just Fortnite clips, obviously. I was on Xbox at the time. And I'm pretty sure I just met him by either me supporting his post or him supporting mine. We just DM'd each other. We started playing together. Pretty sure we started like, I'd say like going for clips together or whatever. So, and that just led to us. Okay, so obviously we saw these other teams in the community, just posting their clips, recruiting people. I think at the time BH, Hype, which used to be Apex, and then a couple other big teams. They were the ones like really on top of the community, posting a lot. And once we saw what they were doing, we just decided that it would be smart for us to start our own team. And then he just picked up a couple of his friends. I think I just picked up a couple other people I knew in the community, and it just started off as like 8 of us. And all we did was post our Fortnite clips on Instagram. Obviously, we created the team name, Exotiic. We got a logo made. I'm pretty sure I used like, do you know what PixArt is? It's like it's an app or whatever. Yeah. I got a random font and did a TE logo for Team Exotiic. And we just started off with that.
And then you saw Mixer's logo, and you're like,
wow.
I'm kidding. Mixer's gone now,
it's
so
hilarious. Nah, dude,
Bro,
we won
all
the
the
lawsuit
time.
against Mixer, so yeah, they had to.
Wait,
get off the platform.
one of the other questions was, why did you choose an X for the logo?
Okay, so we've had a ton of logos. We started off with the TE logo, and then we like switched up the logo, I'd say 3 different times. But then we hit someone up that was actually really professional. When we got like for the first time, we actually had like a professional logo made for us. And it wasn't just like the logo that we have now, but it had it in it. So it was just a T with like the X in the middle of it.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So we had that for a while. We really liked the logo, but at one point we decided that like for future marketing, merch, overall like clean look of a logo, to just go with the X that was in the middle of it, because one, obviously for merch and stuff, it just looks way cleaner. You know, like for example, Nike and stuff, they just have a super clean, like just like a check mark, super easy to remember. So we wanted to do the same thing with our logo. So we decided to get rid of the T and everything else around it and just stick with the X. And now we're just running with the X, and I'm pretty sure we're just going to be sticking with it forever.
Why not? It looks alright.
It's a good idea to switch.
Yeah. And a lot of people were sad when we did it, but
it looks nice now.
They really like the old logo, but honestly, this one just sticks more, looks more professional, and way easier to market, so... Yeah.
Yes, simplistic is better.
So who is your current longest serving member?
Oh, I can check our following right now and see who we've been following the longest, but I'd say the longest would have to be someone like Shiv, Mako, and Samo.
Shiv, Mako.
And Angel, obviously, he's been in the team before. I feel like Angel's the most OG, but
is he still in the team? Because I thought he left. Did he leave? He's still
yeah, he left a while back. But recently he joined back. So I'd say Angel is probably one of the most OG, but he's left before and came back.
Yeah. Okay.
So people that are longest in the team would be Shiv. He's one of our designers. So yeah.
Wait, what about Peach? Is Peach not on the team anymore?
No, he's slowed down a bit with posting and stuff, so he decided to like part ways with us, but obviously still support us. And he said if he ever gets back into it, he'd always love to come back. So
fair play.
That's good. It's good that you can professionally break ties with a member, but still be friends with them or get support from them.
I think that's
Oh,
you
yeah.
got to keep it that way, man. You got to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, couple days ago, I'd say Porpoise left the team, obviously because he just wasn't really feeling motivated to post. I'd say, but he's still been chilling in the Discord. I mean, it still feels like he's part of the team. So yeah, it's just that thing that like even if people leave the team, they're still part of the family, and we support them just like they support us, no matter what happens with them, where they go. And it's just a circle, man. Yeah, people leave, but they're still part of us, you know.
And even though I've personally never been in the team, I don't know why, but I low-key feel like I have been because I've known about the team for so long. And I almost, like, back when I first got into the community, when that was around when Hype merged with Apex.
Oh, yeah, dude, that was crazy.
And then you started Exotiic. And I don't know if I found out about you or Exotiic first. I think it was you. And then I guess we like liked each other's posts or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember supporting you a ton.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty sure after us supporting each other, you found out about Exotiic maybe.
Yeah, and you guys had around like 7,000 followers, I think.
Oh yeah, dude, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, so I was looking at Frenzy at the time, but I really liked what you were doing with Exotiic. So I debated whether I should grind for Exotiic, but I just kept going with Frenzy because obviously at the time they had way more followers.
They were really popping like way back in the community.
What's Frenzy? I don't know what Frenzy is, mate.
Well,
now they're Divine.
Divine.
Best we don't talk about them, you know.
Yeah, we're just not gonna.
How long was it in Frenzy for? Yo, mate.
What happened?
Well, I moved to Frenzy, right? I think I was in Frenzy for like a solid 4 days.
Yeah, I remember that.
Brinx like, oh, go Frenzy. Yo, yeah, go Frenzy. Yeah. Great.
Listen, I'm
just
sorry.
went south, bro.
It's because I knew nothing about them wanting to change to Divine and Land's plans with it, but that can be a topic for another time. I don't know.
Podcast. Yeah.
So, do you want to get into the reset of Exotiic?
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so at the time of that reset, it was me. Do you know Naked Zan?
Wait,
you might have.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So me and him were just like working together all the time. I'm pretty sure I had Nay as either co-owner or leader. And we were working really good for a solid couple months. The team was doing amazing. We had loads of amazing players and content creators on the team. But at some point, like for a couple weeks, our ideas just didn't really like fall into place. He kind of wanted to expand more into competitive, and I kind of wanted to expand more into content, and we really couldn't find a way to like incorporate both parts, and like our ideas just didn't start working. Our chemistry started falling apart, and then we just we were just fighting, I'd say, like in Discord calls for a good week. Like every time we would call, we'd be chill for a couple hours, but then we'd just start fighting. Not much work was getting done. And then obviously a bunch of people on the team obviously liked Nate a lot. They liked his plans. They didn't really want to fall into the content creation side of stuff. And I think another thing that was going on was someone on the team was demanding that Naked Zan get like overall owner. And I just found it kind of stupid that he had like a co-ownership position or whatever, and they were like demanding that he be the overall owner of the team. And I just really, I didn't understand what was going on with that. But that dude, he left the team. And along with that, then just a bunch of people followed, including, I'm thinking, everyone left. And they made another team called It was Global. They made another team called Global. Sackboy, he stayed in Exotiic because I told him the plans we had like with content and everything. So I'm pretty sure he was just like hoping everything worked out. So he stayed. Sackboy was obviously helping me out a ton, finding people to recruit. But I'd say a main issue we had till recently was management, because I was the only like management. Ever since that issue happened, it's been hard for me to find people I could like trust in. So
yeah, I get that.
like when I'm looking for a manager and stuff, I really like look into them a lot. I ask them like experiences, what they can do for the team. And recently I've been finding managers and people who are really willing to help out. So I feel like just having, now that we're really building up a strong management, everything's starting to fall into place. The roster is starting to get back on track. We've been picking up tons of streamers. I feel like our stream team is starting to be one of the strongest parts of the team right now.
Because I watch all your guys' YouTube videos,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't really been paying attention to the Twitter. And I checked it today, obviously, because we tweeted out about the questions.
Oh, yeah.
And I saw I saw a whole bunch of streamers that you picked up that actually look like professional streamers. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and recently we picked up, I'd say a couple of days ago, we picked up Kalzi, and he's an amazing streamer. He knows, and not just streamer, like his like knowledge of marketing and making connections is just like through the roof. Like I was in some calls with him, and like he knows what he's doing. He has connections with lead streamers of teams like Synergy, Ghost,
Oh, wow.
a bunch of top tier orgs. The other day he was rated or hosted by a Ghost member. He was like at like 500 viewers, I'd say, and then a consistent 150 for the rest of his stream. So he was definitely an amazing addition to the team, and he's been helping out with the stream roster obviously a ton.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I feel like recently everything's been starting to fall into place for sure. We got loads of plans coming soon as well. I can't really talk much about it because they haven't released yet, but
Yeah, we understand.
yeah, just know the content is going to start flowing like crazy very soon.
Good.
Nice.
Here. Takes time to build a reputation, like, and a growth. But you don't want to rush into it. Like, do what you're doing now. Take your time. Like, don't rush into it, man.
Oh yeah, 100%. We've been planning like a revamp, I would say, or not a refresh, but we're really going to change up the way we're doing things, and we've been planning it, I'd say, for the past 3 weeks to a month, and I'd say in a week or two we're going to be ready to go. So yeah,
Good.
we've really been putting in like making sure everything's ready to go and perfect before we release everything.
Yeah. Oh, what I was gonna say. Obviously, you stream on Twitch, don't you?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about, like, obviously, you don't have an actual Twitch for your team yet, do you?
Not yet,
Because
but
you may as well just change yours into the team. It's sort of like what Mitch has done for NorCal, you know what I mean?
yeah. I've actually that's something that I've thought about so much. Like,
Because it would make more sense, mate. Because obviously, like, I don't know if you addressed it yet, but you're going to be focusing more on the team more than your own content, if you know what I mean?
oh yeah, 100%.
So for me, I think that'd probably be one of the best moves. And then what you can, obviously, I don't know if you're going to be charging bits. I think it's fair to, because that way you can invest the money back into the team. And if you do, obviously, I don't know if you watched NorCal's montage, their 50k montage. Did you see that?
Oh, I saw that. That was
like
insane.
that is insane.
Movie.
Like,
yeah.
people shouldn't be afraid to invest money into their their content, because you get
You have
videos
to.
at man. You have to 100%. And I feel like if you own a team, obviously that's a great way to make the money and invest it back into the team.
Yeah.
That's what should be
Oh
done.
yeah. All the money I make from this, it goes straight back into the team.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. That's good.
And about the Twitch, yeah, it's just a thing that I've been always going back and forth with. We had dude, recently we were trying to get like a good exotic Twitch name because we're working on making one, and everything is taken. Like absolutely
even a double I.
everything, bro. Everything. I mean,
You've got to be
everything.
quick, man.
Team Exotic's taken. Exotic is taken, and I'm talking about with 2 eyes. Exotic TV, official Team Exotic. Like anything you could think of is
Dang.
just taken. So we're working on finding a good name.
Mate, just do what the cool kids do and just put Team Exotic 69. Just put 69 on the end. There's your name. Done, mate.
Oh,
So
Exotic FPS.
yeah.
Oh,
Exotic
dude, yeah.
HD.
No, but we're definitely already working on getting the exotic Twitch. But what we're thinking of doing with it, I know what a lot of teams do. They really just like one person streams on them. Obviously, like NorCal, I know Mitch. He's the only one who really streams on it.
Yeah.
What we're thinking about doing is creating some sort of schedule of events like customs, reacting streams, zone wars, and we're gonna have different streamers. We're gonna be giving them the what do you call it?
The key,
like
the stream key.
the
The
key,
stream key,
yeah,
yeah.
the stream key, to just stream on the Twitch, and we'll just have an active schedule. It'll help our streamers grow. They can just promote their streams while
Yeah.
streaming on the Exotiic account, and
Yeah,
it'll
it's
just
good.
keep our Twitch active. So we're just working on a plan to get that rolling. But yeah, we're definitely working on getting an Exotiic Twitch out.
That's a good idea because when I was in Frenzy, we always had that plan,
Mhm.
but I wasn't in charge of doing it, so
So
it
it never really
got done.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope you guys can actually get that done, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
excited to see
we're-
that.
Yeah, we're working on a schedule, and we're gonna be talking to everyone about it. Yeah, we're definitely gonna try and get that done for sure.
Okay, so we got one current event. Is there anything else you want to talk about, though, specifically like why you made the decision to sacrifice your personal content?
There's been many times where I like, as I said again, like before I even started the team, I always wanted, like, my goal was always to be like a content creator myself. The thing about it is like I'm just not consistent, obviously, because I'm putting 90% of my time into Exotiic, and I can't
Yeah.
really find time to really like get consistent videos out on my channels. One thing I have done though is start streaming on my Twitch, which I feel like that's the best way for me to do it. Because obviously with videos you just have to put so much time into that, and I can't really do that with everything I'm putting into Exotiic. But
Mhm.
like I've always thought of me just creating content on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen some of my videos before, but I do
Yeah.
like some content videos sometimes. I've done montages before, all this type of stuff. So
Yeah, we both know the content videos take a long time to edit.
oh yeah, especially if you want to add like a bunch of, I wouldn't say effects, but a bunch of edits and stuff into them.
Yeah, edits.
hmm
Brinx
Mhm.
takes about a month per video now, I think.
I mean, you're not wrong, to be honest. Should we move on to the current event that has happened very recently?
The biggest one?
The biggest one, yes.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, those of you that are watching, obviously Mixer shut down, and Ninja is one of the prime people that was signed to Mixer, but he was released, Shroud was released, and Gathalion, I believe, was the other one that was released, and Ewok as well. No one really knows what Ninja's going to do because we assume Shroud's going to move back to Twitch because he's never had a problem with Twitch. But do you guys remember back when he first switched to Mixer and there was that whole thing where Twitch was promoting other streamers on his page, and then
On Ninjas,
This,
right?
That was
Yeah,
Ninjas,
Ninja.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's one of the
Yeah.
main reasons Ninja's just never coming back to Twitch. Because did you see he started streaming on YouTube the other day, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
That's,
so
I think he's made
fully-
the permanent move now, yeah. To YouTube.
Yeah, he's made the move to
Mhm.
YouTube. I feel like
It's a shame.
one of the main reasons he did that wasn't because he left Twitch in the first place, but because maybe of that incident that happened with him in Twitch, and obviously a bunch of other incidents that go on with Twitch. But yeah, dude, like the whole situation of him moving to Mixer and Mixer shutting down was like, I'd say, the biggest W
yeah.
in
He
the
got like
gaming
30
community.
mil.
apparently
He might as well- he could
30 million.
retire.
30
You
million
retire.
overnight. That's
Yeah.
insane. Oh my
Apparently
goodness.
Shroud got like 10 million.
Yeah, I saw that too. I
So-
didn't see any numbers of like Ewok or any of the other people, but
It probably had to have gotten a couple
Ewok is
mil.
definitely above a million. Ewok
Yeah.
definitely maybe like,
$100.
Yeah,
That's about
and
it.
she's only 15. I
I
think she
know.
just turned 15 recently, so
uh-huh.
my god.
And the crazy thing about it is that they got the millions overnight, and then they're free agents, so they could stream on whatever platform they want.
Yeah.
Obviously they could just make the move back to Twitch, which Ninja already hasn't done. He's switched to YouTube, but they can be on a platform that they love to stream on, and now they also have all the money that they were offered from Mixer for streaming on that platform.
I can't
Mhm.
stand YouTube streaming.
It's kind of weird, actually. Like, there's not too many stream benefits, I'd say. Like,
There's no, it's just
No, not really.
mm-hmm.
I liked it, but there's just so much more to offer the
Yeah.
streamer on Twitch.
once you
yeah,
actually start comparing the platforms, you can see the benefits you get from Twitch, and like the more the viewers get as well. Like there's more things to occupy the viewers, such as like leaderboards and stuff like that, timetables. Whereas YouTube don't have anything like that. Nothing.
Yeah, and when people go on Twitch, they go to watch live streams. When people go on YouTube, they go to watch videos.
Most of the time.
Also they like, and the thing about it is too, like, there's no specific, like, when you go on Twitch, all you see is live streams. But when you go on YouTube, it's like everything. I feel like if YouTube really wants to, like, really take their streaming platform to the top, I feel like they should have have like a
They need to,
separate like
compartmentalize
place.
it.
Yeah. So like, for let's just say they call it YouTube streaming or whatever. Like if you click on YouTube streaming, it'll be kind of like a same setup as Twitch, where you see games, different categories, all the people that are live.
Not so it there, because they got YouTube
Well,
Kids, right? Haven't they? Like, why can't they have?
They do. They have YouTube Kids and YouTube Red.
Is it like a separate? Like, have you got to search like YouTube Kids, or was it like something on YouTube and click Kids? I don't know.
I can check that right now, actually.
Because that's a good shout. They could have like YouTube streaming, which would be a completely different platform.
That's what I'm saying. If they did that and they added a bunch of more, like, I don't know, not benefits, but more features, kind of like Twitch has or Mixer.
I think it's all down to like copyright issues right now. I mean, they don't want to be knocking off like Twitch. You know what I mean? They don't want to get a name for copyright.
Yeah, but there's definitely things they could do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That isn't the system they have now, because the system they have now, it's kind of weird. It's hard for smaller people to grow.
Yeah.
I feel like YouTube streaming is definitely for people who already have a platform built up off like them making videos or whatever.
By the way, I just looked it up. YouTube Kids is a completely different app.
So
they could easily do that. But yeah, there's not many streamers on YouTube, because right before I switched to Twitch, I had been streaming on Twitch every so often, so I had gotten into the habit of rating people at the end of my streams. So
good feature.
Can you do that with YouTube or no?
No, you can't. But I just decided to send a link in my chat for my chat to go to, and on like my very last stream, I could not find an actual streamer on YouTube that was not doing a giveaway, giving away free V-Bucks.
Oh yeah.
Fashion shows.
Every time I look up
fashion
anything
shows
live on YouTube, all I see is like these clickbait thumbnails or whatever. And half the time, the streamers, I don't know, I don't really watch them at all, but it's just not actually a streamer. They're just clout chasing or whatever I'd say.
Oh, yeah. There's so many fake giveaway ones. It's like pre-recorded videos over and over and over again on a loop in a 24-hour stream. And it's like, what's it? The Minty Pickaxe. That's still going now on YouTube. If you search it up, you can still find that one going now. It's so dumb.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude. But yeah, YouTube really needs to just like have a whole separate platform, I'd say, like YouTube Kids or whatever. They just need to have like YouTube streaming or whatever they want to call it, and just have a platform that's based off just streaming, because that would just help out the growth of the streaming platform of YouTube a ton.
I think the platform's too big for them to manage right now. Like the amount of streams that are against like terms of service, like all these fake giveaways, all this clickbait, like it's against TOC, but they haven't got the people to find the stream, shut it down. It's because it's just so many of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think Twitch is managed much better.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're just focused on streaming. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, YouTube is just it's massive, which is one of. I mean, you said it's a huge platform, and it is, and that's. I think that's one of the main reasons that you and I both originally started, because when Ninja streamed on YouTube a couple days ago, he had 135K viewers.
Yeah.
So
I can guarantee you, if he did that on Twitch, if his first stream back was on Twitch, he would have went to like minimum 200K viewers, like at one point.
Could have, yeah.
Yeah, because Twitch, he's known for streaming. YouTube, it's just odd.
Yeah,
and like
the streaming part of it, obviously.
I find honestly as well, I find Twitch so much more mature. Like there's I don't know if Brinx agrees, but on YouTube, there's like so many toxic people that come into your streams just to wind you up, mate. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I've not had that on Twitch at all. I've been on Twitch for a solid 2 months. Not once have I met a troll come into the stream to try and like send hate on me. But on YouTube, like there's always that one every week or something that just comes in and tries to ruin your day. Like I don't know if Brinx wants to talk about this one guy that just targets Brinx. But I think YouTube, he has a soul hater. I don't know. You got a name for him, haven't you? What was the name?
Yeah,
Was it?
we don't call him by his real name anymore, so we don't give him any attention. We just call him Clown.
Clown. Okay.
Dislikes all my videos on multiple accounts.
How many dislikes? It's like 13, like 14.
It's usually like 11 or 13, but YouTube
Crazy.
usually takes away most of them over like a day or two because it's just spam. But
Do you reckon that like obviously YouTube, to get your video more pushed up the list to get noticed, it relies on views, comments, and obviously watch time. Do you reckon that if you're getting like 10 dislikes in an hour, that's going to lower your video in the recommendation?
I guarantee it, yeah.
Because-
Another thing about YouTube is obviously the like and dislike thing. Like when I'm watching Courage's streams, like I'd say 10 or so minutes, him or other people in chat are spamming like the stream, because I mean, obviously by you liking the stream, I feel like it puts it out on more people's
it
recommended.
does.
I mean, there's streamers like that as well. So, like, some streamers like spam. Like, because the more you talk in a stream, that pushes it, you know what I mean? It gets you more attention. So, like, some streamers, I'm friends with someone called Philo, he's doing really well for himself, just hit 200k, and he lets his chat just spam and spam and spam. Obviously, he keeps it under control most of the time, but, like, for like a solid minute, they just spam crazy, mate. Like, probably over 1,000 comments in a minute. Like, and that must boost your video so high. You know what I mean?
I feel like all that goes into play as well, because
It
YouTube
does.
has a weird algorithm.
It does,
still
yeah,
don't
for
really
sure.
know how it works to this day. But yeah, just all those little things probably factor into the play as well of your video just getting pushed out to more people.
It is nice not to be like asking for likes every so often. Like Brinx knows, well, I don't know if you know, but like when you're streaming, like, come on guys, let's get these likes up. There's 23 of you watching, but we've only got 15 likes. Come on, let's up those. When you say that, you're guaranteed a dislike. I'm saying it now. Every time you say that, you're guaranteed a dislike.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
one
why,
kid's just
but-
like, oh wait,
All the time.
I haven't
all the
disliked
time.
it.
Exactly.
Oh.
No if Twitch brings dislikes in, I'm out. I'm going Facebook gaming.
No, there's
I'm telling
no
you.
way
I'm
they
going
would.
Facebook gaming.
There's no way they would. Oh, but dude, the people I love most are the people who have your notifications on just to hate or just like to dislike a video or whatever. Those people, man.
If you got haters, mate, it proves you're doing something right. So
Oh yeah,
I look
Yeah.
at it that way.
Yeah.
because they're just like, I don't know, either jealous or whatever it is of whatever you're doing.
It's typically jealousy, I
It
think.
is, yeah. Most of the time, it's because they're unhappy with their life, and seeing somebody else happy it just pisses them off, basically.
Yeah.
So they try and ruin
And
the day,
instead
but don't let it.
Instead of doing their best to just like improve on whatever they're doing, they just like try their best to take down other people for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, that's why you just got to build a nice, epic community. Like
Yep.
it's tough now. I think people coming into the game now, it's tougher to make it. If you're if you're starting from nothing now, you're gonna struggle unless you have that one video that goes viral. You're gonna really struggle. There's so much competition now.
And obviously, like for the Fortnite community, it's been out for like over 2 years now, and there's just so many people who have blown up or whatever who've made it, and there's people who've fallen off, and there's people who are still grinding hard to this day, and there's so many people just grinding for the same thing, and just some people make it out. So it's definitely a huge competition.
Yeah. The huge factor is just luck, to be honest, and consistency.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the more consistent you are, the higher chances of either one of your videos blowing up or someone else seeing them. Consistency is the one of the biggest parts, honestly. Like I've seen people with okay content or videos or whatever blowing up because they post like 5 times a week or whatever, and I've seen people who have like amazing videos, but since they're not too consistent, there's not really much going on with them. Their videos just don't do as well either. So I feel like honestly, to grow in this community, consistency would be more important than like quality. Obviously, you want to have good quality, but
Quality is important.
it's better to like
It's like that, but you want to have a good balance, but
yeah.
if you're more consistent than somebody else and your content's almost even, then the person who's more consistent will probably succeed more.
Yep, 100%.
I mean, the 3 key factors I look for is quality, consistency, personality. I think if you've got a healthy balance of those three, you're doing something right. Because most of the time you'll see somebody that's doing the right thing. They're streaming like daily, like they got really nice personality. But no offense, their stream is like 480p, bitrate choppy. And it's like I can't watch
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
You know what I mean? If
And
you
then-
improve that, you'll be a solid streamer. But again, it's expensive as well. If you want to do HD, mate, it's expensive. So obviously, most of the guys you meet, obviously, like sort of people in school, they struggle because they do it just off their Xbox. But like, it's just tough.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you're a
And
rich
another
boy.
huge- What happened?
Unless you're like rich and you got like your parents are rich and giving you a
Oh,
PC
yeah.
for Christmas, and that is tough.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. I got my whole setup for under $1,000, and I just got that by getting a job, and I think
Hardware,
after 3
same.
months I got enough to buy it. So
I mean, you must know what
Dang.
you're looking for. Like
It's
for
a
me,
steal.
yeah,
That's
no, the PC. I bought all the parts. I think the PC in general was $650 in total, and then obviously I bought like a Red Dragon bundle for all my accessories like keyboard, mouse, mouse pad, headset, and
Yes,
then
of course,
monitor
Red
and
Dragon.
what happened?
I said, of course, Red Dragon. Yes.
Oh, dude, the
exotic
crazy
power.
thing about Red Dragon, the crazy
Yeah.
thing about it is that when I bought those products, I didn't even know that in the future, like I would actually have like a partnership with them, you know, and it's actually
Oh, that's cool.
like, I just, dude, it's crazy. I just think back on it, I'm just like, oh, geez, wow, I really bought products from them, and now I'm like partnered with them and everything like that, or the team's partnered with them.
I think if you keep putting hard work in, mate, I think good things pay off. Good things pay off to anybody put the work in. So it's
Yeah,
possible.
100%.
So,
Yeah, if you guys are watching this episode and you're a content creator or a streamer, and you have competitive players as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, if you're any of that, you're looking for a nice professional team that's consistent and it's just all things you want for in a team, then check out Exotiic socials and Jdawg socials in the description down below. And yeah, is that it, everybody?
I believe so.
Hey, I
right.
appreciate you boys having me on today.
Yes.
If you guys have not subscribed, this is gonna be on YouTube, right? Or
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
YouTube,
okay. If you guys have not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on noties so you don't miss one of their uploads. And I mean, yeah, you guys can just show support on this as much as you can.
Thank you.
Yeah, been a
See you
great
guys
guest,
in the next
dude.
episode.
Hey,
See you guys
let's
next
go.
week.
Peace.